Eurovision fans, I have a bit of a dangerous idea. Every year we say this one's different, this one's so unpredictable, and then the same patterns emerge. There's always like a fan favorite that underperforms, a jury favorite that scores really low with the public, and some entry that just disappears. And not to forget shock qualifiers and shock non-qualifiers. So today I'm asking, who's this year's version of them? I've taken some iconic Eurovision archetypes from Fuego to Slow-Mo to Voyage, and I'm matching them with this year's contestants. So yeah, I'm making some bold predictions. And some of these will age horribly, but that's part of the fun. So let's get into it. And first up is this year's La Zarra, one that everyone thinks will do well, and I don't. Like, this is an entry that looks strong on paper, like respectable, classy, popular with the fans, high in the odds. But then when the results come in, they're being so overlooked. And this year, I'm giving that to Denmark. Like, I can definitely see this getting a decent jury respect, but if the vocals don't hold up on the night, I see the jury's support disappearing quickly. And is the song instant enough to make people pick up the phone? I'm not so sure. I feel like this is an entry where the package, the performance, the staging is stronger than the actual song, and those kinds of entries tend to underperform. Maybe mid-table jury score, but very underwhelming televote points. Am I being too harsh, or is this obvious? Next, who's this year's Zoe May situation? And this is one of the most awkward score split. This is where the juries go, this is artistry, sophisticated, we love it, and the public just goes, what? And for me this year, that is France. I can absolutely see the juries eating this up with spoon and fork and everything they can grab. Like, this is so made for them. But the televote, I just don't see that the song is strong enough or it connects enough. So prediction, top tier jury score, painfully low televote. What do you think? Jury winner or televote flop? Next, who's this year? Go A. Now this is the one that everyone wants to happen. This is when a fan favorite actually delivers. The Go A archetype. The fan favorite, the ethnobop, the one people obsess over, and it actually delivers on the night. I'm stating that that will be Croatia. This has the same kind of energy. It's distinct, it's memorable, it's high quality, it's different from everything else. And crucially, it doesn't just feel like a fan bubble entry. This is what people tune into Eurovision for. My prediction is that this does well, and not just with the televote, but what do you think? Is this a top 5 contender or a fan bubble entry? Next, who's this year's Chanel? This country is one rehearsal away from exploding. A song that's good, but then the staging and the choreo hits, and suddenly it's a contender. And this year, I'm saying that is Bulgaria. Yeah, this feels like it could be completely transformed live. If they nail the performance and the staging, this could definitely shoot up. My prediction is big rehearsal glow up, and this shoots up in the odds. But what do you think? Glow up incoming or not? Next, on the flip side, the Adonis curse, this could be completely ruined live. Great song, people are super excited, and then the staging comes alive and it just kills it. And for me this year, that's Georgia. I don't doubt the song, I doubt the execution. If this feels messy, disconnected, or slightly bit off, this could completely derail. Prediction is that this underperforms because of staging and performance. But what do you think? Do you trust this live, or do you think it could collapse? And now, who's this year's KEiiNO? An entry that the public loves, but the juries completely overlook. The KEiiNO treatment, vanishing to none, jury point, and then super high televote score. And for me, this year, that goes to Romania. This feels like something that the televote could absolutely rally behind, but the juries, I don't see them rewarding this in the same way. It's rock, it's provocative, it's slightly messy, definitely weak jury, but super strong televote. But what do you think? Is this a televote smash and a jury flop? And then who's this year's? Eleni Foureira. This one's all about the glow up. Low in the odds right now, but not for long, because as soon as the rehearsal hits, they shoot up. And people go, wait, this can win? And for me this year, that's Bulgaria. This feels like it has super strong performance potential. If they deliver something visually striking, this could explode. So my prediction is huge jump in the odds after rehearsals. But what do you think? Is this dark horse or Eurovision delusion? Okay, next, time for chaos. Who's this year's Red Sebastian? Because one of these are not making the finals, one that everyone assumes is safe, and then on the night, they just don't make it. And for me, the one that misses out is Czechia. They should qualify, but there's just too many things that could go wrong here. So my prediction is Czechia will non-qualify and people will be mad. But what do you think? Who misses out? And then my penultimate one is, who's this year's Tautomatas? This is the opposite, an expected non-qualifier, elevating the staging to new heights. And it doesn't just get through, it gets through with a margin. Like, this is one that people write off and then the staging hits and it's just mesmerizing. And here for me, it's down to Armenia. Yeah, I feel like this could definitely transform live, and I don't feel that people are ready for this. So my prediction is that Armenia will not just shock qualify, but get in at the top half of the semi-final. But what do you think? Who sneaks up in the top of the semi? And then the last one, who's this year's Erika Wikman? This might be the most overrated entry of the year, so this one's gonna hurt. So the Erika Wikman one is an entry that is in conversation to win. There's lots of hype, great fan support, people are bullish on the jury, and then the results comes in and it just flops outside of top 10. And for me this year, that is Sweden, because expectations are super high and I think that's what makes it so risky. Both girly bops and Sweden tend to be overvalued in the odds and by the fandom. So I definitely see this one underperforming on the night. Maybe a good result, but not living up to the hype. So what do you think? Is Sweden overhyped or is it fair? And I know I said it was the last one, but I'm still gonna make one more prediction and I have to call the winner. And for me, I'm very biased because this is my number one. Who's this year's winner? And I have to call it at some point, and I'm calling it Finland. I love this entry. It just feels like the full package. Memorable, emotional, beautiful song, impactful staging, both jury and televote appeal. Yeah, if there's justice in the world, which I doubt, this should win. So let me know in the comments who's your winner, and like and subscribe for more content. So those are my bold predictions, and I know that some of them will age terribly, but that's Eurovision. Things change, rehearsals flip everything upside down. Maybe I'm wrong about all of them, maybe I'm right about a few, but I wanted to make these bold predictions. So now I want your bold predictions. Who's this year's shock non-qualifier? Who's this year's biggest rehearsals glow up? And who's this year's winner? Let me know in the comments, because after the final, we're coming back to this and someone's gonna look absolutely genius and some people will look completely delusional. So see you on this topic after the final or in another video coming up very soon. Bye.